Hello, my name is Mark Goodacre. I'm sitting in my office at Duke University. I'm teaching a course this semester on the Gospel of John, and one of the questions that you ask about any literary work is why was it written? Why did the author write this particular work? What's its purpose? And the joy that you sometimes find is that the author will tell you themselves why they did this thing. And John does that. At the first ending of the Gospel in 20, 30, and 31, he says that there are many other signs that could have been written in this book, but these ones are written, he says, in order that you may believe that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of God, and that through believing you might have life in his name. So the book is all about persuading the reader that Jesus is Messiah, Son of God, and that that belief will lead to life. Now, we shouldn't be surprised about that as at the conclusion of John, because Martha in 11:27, kind of the midpoint of the gospel, has a confession of Jesus as the Messiah and the Son of God. You are the Messiah, the Son of God, who is coming into the world, she says, in a pivotal moment in the gospel, right before we get the raising of Lazarus. And I suppose one of the reasons that we miss the importance of this in John is that we're so busy looking at what's distinctive of John, looking at the word made flesh, looking at the I am sayings, I am the way, the truth, and the life, I am the bread of life, I am the good shepherd, and so on. We so get focused on those that we miss that John, in this respect, is really similar to the Synoptic Gospels, which I argue he knew and used. In fact, that very phrase that Martha uses, you are the Christ, the Son of God, is like an eight word verbatim string, identical with Matthew 16:16, where Peter says the same thing to Jesus. So it turns out that the reason why John writes his gospel is quite similar to the reason why the synoptics wrote their gospels. I mean, you might then say, well, is this just another synoptic gospel then? Well, it kind of is. But what John is doing, I think, is he's taking this fundamental synoptic piece of Christology and he's grounding his own reflections in that, building on them, transforming them, supplementing them, but at heart, really creating something that is basically one of the same thing, which is why for centuries people have been quite happy to put John alongside the synoptics. It really does reward being read as a fourth gospel.